Baikal, a warrior's journey to a new life. Baikal's story is a cruel portrait of human abandonment and indifference. When I first saw his photo, my heart sank and tears were inevitable. The scene was devastating. A skinny dog, skin stuck to his bones, huddled against a cold wall, silently waiting for scraps of food in front of a food store. His gaze was empty, hopeless, as if he had already accepted his fate. For days, Baikal survived on nothing but crumbs, watching people pass by without sparing him a glance. Well-fed men and women, wrapped up in their routines, completely ignored this fragile being, shivering from hunger and cold. When no one offered him anything, he would slowly walk away, looking for another place, another chance. Always rejected, always invisible. But hunger and loneliness were not his only challenges. His body was suffering from a serious condition, probably demodicosis, a debilitating skin disease. His eyes were swollen and covered in thick secretions, while his ears gave off a strong, unpleasant odor, a sign of a long-term infection. His claws were so long that they curled abnormally, indicating that no one had cared for him for a long time. Baikal was on the verge of collapse. His weakened body could no longer survive without help. The rescue and the fight for survival. When I found him, I knew immediately that I could not leave him behind. Baikal needed urgent care, and I would do everything in my power to help him. Gently, I approached him and talked to him. Even though he was weak, he showed an amazing sweetness. It was as if, despite all the suffering, he still believed that someone could save him. In the car on the way to the vet, I talked to him the whole time. My intention was to calm him down and show him that his life was about to change. Baikal lay there, exhausted, but his eyes conveyed a mix of curiosity and relief. During the initial examination, the vets confirmed what we had already suspected. His condition was critical. In addition to the apparent infections, his intestines were severely inflamed, the result of a poor diet and prolonged periods of fasting. His body was on high alert, struggling to survive with the few resources it had left. Recovery would not be easy, but now Baikal had a real chance to start over. The transformation begins. The first few days were spent in intensive care. He received essential nutrients, antibiotics, and medications to relieve pain and fight infections. On the 5th day, small improvements began to appear. His gaze no longer seemed so lost, and his energy gradually increased. He could walk more steadily and began to show interest in his surroundings. By the 9th day, his appearance was already beginning to change. His coat, which had been dull and patchy, was showing signs of regeneration. His posture, which had been hunched over and insecure, was firmer. His behavior was also surprising. Even after so much suffering, Baikal was extremely sociable and trusted people without hesitation. His weight was also starting to return to normal. Now weighing 31 kilos, his resemblance to a shepherd dog was evident. He was becoming stronger and increasingly prepared for his new life. Baikal's rebirth. After 45 days of treatment, the transformation was impressive. The fragile and defeated dog I had found on the street had become an imposing animal with a shinier coat and vibrant eyes. He ran, played, and enjoyed every moment as if he knew this was his second chance. Over the following weeks, his evolution was even more surprising. At 68 days, Baikal was an active and lively dog. He became playful, happy, and showed immense gratitude for every gesture of affection. His confidence was absolute, and he radiated happiness. Now, Baikal is ready for a new chapter. He is looking for a family who will love and care for him forever, someone who can give him the dignified life he always deserved. Baikal has overcome abandonment, hunger, and disease. He has fought bravely to get here. Now, all he needs is a forever home to complete his story of redemption. Will anyone give him that chance?